How's it going, folks? So today I'm going to be checking out the second single from the band Avangarth. The name of the song is Djinn of the Stormfire. I did a reaction to their first single, and it was super good, super promising. I'm looking forward to checking out more from the band right now. So, yeah, expectations are pretty high. Let's find out if they deliver. Rangers, go.
Born from the sands of 1,000 souls, whispers of power when the desert burns. Wings
Wow, cool stuff. I love the energy of the song. It's always just kind of moving forward. It's got a nice vibe. Really, really promising new band. This is only their second single, and it has the quality and production of a well-established band. So I have really, really high hopes for these folks. I think they're already making a splash here on the scene, and yeah, like I said, they just have a really, really solid quality. So yeah, again, I think they're really starting out here on the right foot with these first two songs, and definitely a band to watch and follow and all that good stuff. Because I really, really think that it's just higher and higher for these folks. Again, starting on such a high quality note here with these first couple songs, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit for these folks. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on this band and following them and waiting for more. So the highlight for this song to me was the guitar work. Loved the guitar work. It was just so good. I also loved the keyboard work, and then later in the song, I really started to notice like the bass, the drum work was really solid, all of that. So for me, the highlights of the song were kind of the instrumental moments. Not to take away from like the vocal, the vocals were really solid too. It's just, to me, the vocal melodies had a bit of like a familiar feel to them, a bit of a kind of, I don't want to say like standard fare, because I feel like that just has a really negative connotation, but the vocal melodies just didn't set the world on fire or anything, or should I say on Stormfire. So they were solid. They worked. They were catchy. By the end, I found myself really bopping to kind of the chorus, but at the same time, it just, it didn't. The vocal melodies didn't have the freshness that the musical sections or instrumental sections did, in my opinion. They were just kind of, just a little run-of-the-mill. And again, I'm not trying to say that in a super negative way. It's just, it's just the way that it was. It's the vocal melodies had a very kind of standard fare or run-of-the-mill sort of vibe, nothing that kind of feels working like outside the box or anything like that. But the music was killer. It's like you get that awesome intro, you get the verses, which again, they're not bad. They're certainly passable, but a bit familiar. Same thing with the chorus. It's catchy, but it doesn't break the mold or anything, or has anything that really sets it apart from anything else. It's just kind of, it's just kind of there. Again, catchy, but, again, doesn't set the world on fire. But what I loved after that first chorus, you get awesome guitar work there in between. I was thinking it was going to go straight back into the next verse, the second verse, but no, you get this nice little musical interlude, which was killer. I love that. Then you get the verses and the chorus again, but then I really liked the whole bridge. You had some really cool moments there. You had some like choir like sort of backing group vocals, a softer kind of somber moment that really has a nice vibe, a nice atmosphere to it. Then you get some killer guitar work, some killer guitar shredding, and all that good stuff, which I just love. Like I said, the star of the show in this song for me was just the guitar work. Just killer stuff. But like I said, I also love the keyboard throughout. You had some kind of symphonic stuff in there sprinkled around, which I thought really added to the depth of the song, really gave it a larger kind of scope and scale. And then yeah, you kind of get like the final choruses, and yeah, it's catchy and all that good stuff. But I'm here for that guitar work, just killer stuff. So as a whole, yeah, again, really, really solid. The fact this is just their second single, I mean, they just have this top notch quality right out the gate here. So yeah, as a whole, like I said, really enjoyed the song. I might could have wished for a little bit more nuance or diversity, in the verses and the chorus to kind of, bring its own like kind of character to the song. So yeah, I feel like the vocal melodies were kind of like the weak link of the song, but still, as it stands, it's not that any of that was bad. It was just standard. But the music, the guitar work, and all that stuff, and like I said again, when I could really hear that bass kind of chugging along towards the end of the song, next time I hear it, I'll have to focus more on that, because it was probably there throughout. I just didn't pick up on it until the end. But yeah, musically and stuff, killer stuff. So yeah, definitely a band I'm going to keep an eye on and follow every release that they have. Hopefully there's an album that they're working on. But yeah, I mean, top-notch quality. You can't argue with that. So let me know, folks, in the comments down below. What do you think of this song here? Are you excited for this band? Or are you going to follow what they continue to do? I know I will. Let's talk about it in the comments below. And I'll catch you all next time. Ranger. Out.